Happy Lumberjack Monday, and congratulations to Lane Lambert, who is now the head coach of the New York Islanders. So like we did when Barry Trotz was fired, we're now going to talk about what happens, or what we think could happen, or what this means for prospects now that Lane Lambert is the head coach. Hit that subscribe button. Do not miss a video. Also, go to Twitter, follow at TealoMitch. That's me. Don't miss any breaking information about Islanders prospects I've yet to cover on the channel. So Lane Lambert is in, right? Like, Lou's new voice was an internal one. And I know you might be saying, like, how can he be a new voice? And I kind of get that. He was there the entire time. But when a guy goes from either assistant or associate coach to head coach, there's a change that happens in terms of the dynamic between him and the players, right? He's got to serve as kind of like either the good guy or the bad guy to whoever's in charge. And when they are now the guy in charge, they can take whatever side they want, whatever side is more natural to them. So there's going to be a new voice, even if it's kind of the old voice for the Islanders. Whether this is the right move or not remains to be seen. I'm not 100% convinced, but I'm willing to give it a shot because, well, what else am I going to do? Start complaining about it for no reason? Either way, he's there. He is hired. So what does this mean for the young players, either in the system right now or on the team right now, or in the system looking to take a step up? And when we talked about Barry Trotz, the first thing we said was, and I think I said this literally, like, ice time, baby! Ice time, baby! Maybe a little bit louder than that. And so does that bear true? Is there truth to that now that we know it's Lane Lambert taking over for Barry Trotz? Does Lane Lambert play young players more than Barry Trotz did? We don't have a big sample size to go with. And the sample size we do have was still Lane Lambert acting as associate. Sure, he was running the bench, but he was running Barry Trotz's bench. And you can't just go full on rogue, I'm going to do what I want to do and screw you. He's got to play the strategy and the plan ahead of him. So take these numbers with a little bit of a grain of salt. Now, I prepared this little graph that you can look at where I looked at the average ice time, rounded up to the nearest 15-second marker. And for Bellows, he's got 2 assists, 9 shots on goal. Those two are not averages, obviously. And 14 minutes and 15 seconds worth of ice time. For Salo, we've got an assist, 3 shots on net, 14 minutes and 30 seconds worth of average ice time. Wahlstrom, 1 assist, 16 shots on net. That's over 3 games, mind you. 3 games. Ridiculous. Averaging 14 minutes worth of ice time and 3 minutes on the power play. Okay, cool. How does that compare with the regular season? Well, if you go to Hockey Reference or anywhere else, the average ice time for these players, in order: Bellows, 11 minutes and 52 seconds. So he definitely got more ice time when it came to Lane Lambert. Robin Salo, 16 minutes, 41 seconds. Not very much, but we can explain that away in a second. And then Oliver Wahlstrom, he averaged 12 minutes and 4 seconds worth of ice time, whereas he got 14 minutes with Lane Lambert. So that is also an up. So what can we explain, or what can we take away from this? Well, it does seem that he's going to get those kids to run a little bit, right? To give them a little bit more time. He's going to have a little bit more confidence in running those guys out there, specifically when it comes to forwards, and let them do their thing. Like Oliver Wahlstrom, averaging 3 minutes of power play time per game, that is. Excellent stuff. That's what you want to see. And he's getting shots off, right? He's being put into a position where he can shoot the damn puck, which is his God-given talent. When it comes to defense, maybe not so much when you're looking at Robin Salo, who averaged 16.41 on the year, but 14 minutes under Lane Lambert. But you can explain that away. As he came back near the end of the year, he was getting more and more ice time, because that's what happens. He's getting more and more comfortable with the role he's playing, and the Islanders needed to rely on him a little bit more and more. Now, does this mean it's going to be a more ice time, baby? Ice time, baby! For these young players, it seems like there could very well be. I kind of struggle with that because it is just 4 games, but I think so, specifically when it comes to the forwards. You've got to understand, it's going to be year 5 of these guys, or of Lane Lambert running in some capacity the bench for the Islanders. He's going to be used to what these players can give them, and he's going to try to eke more out of these guys, specifically Oliver Wahlstrom. And so I think the strategy when trying to get more out of Oliver Wahlstrom is going to be less punitive and more rewarding, if you will. And the word I mean by that is I'm going to give you more to try to get more out of you. Kind of like what Barry Trotz did with Anthony Beauvillier, right? I'm going to give you more in hopes to get a positive reaction out of you, and that's where I'm going to get more out of that player. And I think that that's what Lane Lambert is going to do with Oliver Wahlstrom, and so we'll see less benching and more ice time to put him out there to try to wear out those mistakes, if you will. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do it. And if you have already or plan on doing so, thank you, thank you, thank you.